neither the sea nor the trees till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads, man. Until the elect is sealed, man. Alright? So that's when the end gonna come, man, when the elect is sealed with the correct knowledge that's coming out the Bible. Alright, according to you guys' teaching, alright, which is not which don't line up with the scriptures, don't measure up with the prophecy that's written in the Bible. Alright? It's not the vision of the Lord. Okay? The elect won't be sealed, man, because you teach it contrary to the scriptures, man. So that's why it's very important that we teach the truth according to what the scriptures say, because that's what's going to seal the elect, and that's what's going to bring forth this judgment, man. Our deliverance, man. All right? Our deliverance and the judgment, all right, and the destruction of the wicked, man. Because that's what we want, right? That's what we're doing this for, man. All right? Ultimately, to be delivered, man. So the Lord can usher in the kingdom, man. Alright, so when the elect sealed with the correct knowledge, alright, the correct understanding that's coming out of the scriptures, then that's when the end shall come, man. Alright? Not when the chip is implemented, man. Alright, we're not waiting on World War III, man. Okay? We're not waiting on World War III. That's when the end shall come, man. Alright, they're not gonna be sealed with you guys false teachings and doctrines, man. Alright, you cherry picking Israelites, man. Alright? Who haven't received the Holy Spirit, but yet still trying to break down prophecies and breaking them down the wrong way, man.
1 Corinthians 11 and starting at verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach is Yahweh. Every man praying or prophesying. Every man praying or prophesying. Every man praying or prophesying. Having his head covered, dishonor his head. What it says? Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Halim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Ha Kodash. We should all know what that say by now. And for the newcomers that don't know what it means, meaning you giving all praises to our Father, Yahweh, and ain't no other name but Yahweh, in the name of, you doing it in the name of Yahweh Shah, who you ignorantly call by following after these heathens, Jesus. And we do it in the name of the Holy Spirit. We give all praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah and in the name of the Holy Spirit and in the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and to the rest of the brethren on down that's teaching and preaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Shalom Bayatah Dawdah, and to the Akim and Akwat that's out there repenting, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans whose fathers go back to one of the 12 sons of Jacob, Yashala, Shalom to you, Mashpachah. This Shahakarab coming at you with a quick one. I'm going to try to make it quick, But I got that clip off the elder brother, Karata Zabah from out of Baltimore. And that's why I open up with that scripture, 1 Corinthians 11 chapter. Because how are you calling yourself going into prophecy pertaining to our deliverance? But then you had your head covered. How the spirit of truth is going to sup with you if you're not following the instructions of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah? You think Paul just made this up in 1 Corinthians? He ain't just make that up. That's why in ancient times, when the priests The high priest, when the top of their head was uncovered. The whole head wasn't covered. They had on a mitre. The top of the mitre would be open. See, the crown would be exposed. The crown is the top of your head. It would be exposed. When you go back in ancient times when kings put crowns on their head, guess what was open? The top of the crown. The crown of gold or rubies and what, it would go around the head and the top would be open. See? But dealing with the scriptures, if you're going into the prophecies, you're supposed to be uncovering your head. Ain't even following those instructions. But I just wanted to get into this. Just give me an excuse just to go into these scriptures. But let's go into that Revelations and I'm going to go straight to that point, Revelation 7 and 9. Because the point of this, do he even understand? Now, when it speaks about that great multitude, I'm going to say one thing. He is correct concerning what this great multitude consists of. It consists of the 144,000, but this great multitude is the 1/3 of our people. It includes the 144,000 and the rest of our people that was redeemed from the earth. What this verse is going into is telling you who salvation is for, the Israelites. See, that nation and kindred and people and tongues, those are all Israelites. And this verse is going into your deliverance. The deliverance happened. When you reading this right here, this is you reading about the deliverance that it has happened. See, this is a prophecy going into the deliverance that already happened. Not already happened now, but when it's being read, he's seeing that this thing has happened. It's been fulfilled. See, and all of us, what people need to understand is that, don't you know some of the 144,000 they gonna be coming back with Yahweh when he come? A lot of my people sit back and think that we are trying to redeem 12,000 right now of each tribe right now. That you're trying to seal 12,000 of each tribe right now. No, it's the Most High is the one that's sealing them. And what he doing now, he's sealing the rest of the 140. Those that's predestined, the hierarchy, those that's predestined to receive salvation with the rest of our people that he gonna be merciful on. See? But some of the 144,000, some of that 12,000 from each tribe, they coming back with Yahushua. And then you got the rest of us that's still here that need to be redeemed, that need to be changed, that need to repent, that need to preach this truth and so on and so forth. Do our part. See? But first, let me grab this. Let me go back here. Revelation's the 6th chapter, right? And let's go down. Where we at? I'm going to start right here, verse 9. Revelation 6 and 9. And when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh, and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Yahweh, holy and true, do thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? These was our forefathers. These was those that's up there with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua right now, crying and sighing against our enemies that done fucked us over here in Babylon and everywhere else we at. Our people crying and sighing for all this. Our forefathers that was hung on trees and burnt alive and fed, they all crying and sighing to Yahweh. When you go bring the judgment to these damn devils for what they did to us. And it says what? Verse 11. And white robes were given unto every one of them. And it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season. What is that rest we're talking about? That they gonna stay up there. They gonna be coming back with Yahushua. They gonna stay up there until what? Until what? Until their fellow servants also and their brethren, Israelites, the elect, should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. You see this? And I'm just going to lead up to the point before I go back to Revelations 7 and 9. Right? Let's go to grab this real quick. First Thessalonians. Yeah, First Thessalonians, chapter 4. Right? I think it's around 13. Let me see. I'll start there. It says what? First Thessalonians 4:13. But I would have you to Slakia. I would have not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that they sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will Yahweh bring with him. You see that? This is talking about what? Israelites being brought back with Yahushua. Some of those 144,000, 12,000 of each tribe is coming back with Yahushua. We ain't trying to seal 12,000 from each tribe now. No, we trying to seal. It's the rest of the 12,000 from each tribe that need to be sealed now. The rest of them come. The other ones, they coming back with Yahushua. See, and it's the point. But let me go back though. Let me go back to it now though. Revelations, Slakia. Revelation 7 and verse 9. So when you go in 7-9, what is this talking about? This is talking about salvation. It didn't happen. This is the prophecy pertaining to it already happened. See? And said what? Verse 10, Revelation 7 and 10. Matter of fact, I'll continue. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude. This is the 1/3 of our people that's going to receive salvation, which consists of the 144,000, the remainder of the 144,000, the remainder of the 12,000 from each tribe, which no man could number. It's telling you right here, this time about Israelites, which no man can number, of all nations, kindred, people, tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in the hand. We received salvation here. And it says what? And cry with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, which sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb. You see that? So we ain't crying no more concerning when you go avenge us on our enemies. We're crying now. We're crying out of joy and saying, man, we received salvation. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. The water Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's what we're doing, right? See? So when you go to 2nd Esdras, let's grab that. 2nd Esdras, the 7th chapter, the 2nd chapter. And let's go to verse 42. 2nd Esdras 2 and 42. This is talking about what? This is good. Ezra is going to tell you about what he saw pertaining to salvation. And what he say? I saw. And this is talking about that new Jerusalem that's going to come down from heaven. That's the same thing that Revelation 7 and 9 was talking about. That's talking about New Jerusalem is coming down. That's what took place. We go receive the salvation. We go up with to meet to Yahweh in the air, and then what's happening after that? After the destruction, we come back down. But I'm reading this because you heard he said, "No, we ain't gonna have to wait to the MOTB. We ain't gonna have to wait to that. We ain't gonna have to wait to World War III. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Yes, you is. You ain't gonna be redeemed before that. We are not gonna be redeemed before the chip, and we not gonna be redeemed before World War III. Those things have to happen first before you can be redeemed. But let me read this. 2nd Esdras 2 and 42. I, Esdras, saw upon Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praise Yahweh with songs. You doing what? You've been saved. This is going into the salvation that we received. See? And what it says, a great people whom I cannot number. When you go into the scriptures pertaining to that great people who you cannot number, which I ain't going to do it right now, it's all pertaining to the Israelites concerning the promise that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua made to Abraham concerning his seed. That we going to be as the sand of the sea. You ain't going to be able to number us. This is who is talking about, the Israelites. Verse 43. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns. We ain't got no damn crowns on our head right now. Judgment has not been given unto us to execute throughout the earth. See? That ain't happened yet. See? But it says, and in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and have put off the immortal. It's like they have put off the mortal clothing, and have put on the mortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and received palms. See, the same thing that was talking about in Revelation 79. The same exact thing, but it says what? And then said I unto the angel, What young person is this that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hand? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. See, this is pertaining to you, your salvation that you have received. See, let me grab this though. Going into, this is why this says this in Revelations 21, around verse 2. I started 1. And I saw a new heavens and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there were no more sea. Verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. You see that? This is what that's talking about in Revelation 79. We received salvation. We came back down with Yahushua. The 144,000, part of some of them that came back with Yahushua, and the rest of the 144,000 and the abundance of our people that received salvation, you received your salvation. So going back to that Revelation 7 and 9, right? Revelation 7 and 9. After this I beheld, and lo, which no man could number. I saw, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations, kindreds, people, and tongues. That ain't talking about no other people other than the Israelites. It's talking about Israelites. Same thing that happened in Acts 2 and 5, where you had through the Spirit, this truth was being relayed to Israelites. That was what? That was basically calling themselves other people, other kindreds, and they spoke with different tongues. The same thing now. When our people be saved, you will have Israelites that ain't speaking English. They speaking fucking Russian language, fucking German language, or Polish, whatever. They speaking all these different languages of the earth, Latin and all this other shit. Those that Yahweh shall have mercy on, they gonna be saved. They gonna be speaking all these different languages. See, they gonna be calling themselves all this other shit, just like our people's calling themselves Arabians, Parthians, and Medes and Elamites, and so on and so forth. That's what this is talking about. You got Israelites now that's talking about, I'm a Cuban, or I'm a Puerto Rican, or I'm a Mexican, or I'm a Salvadorian, or a Chilean, or I'm a Native American, or I'm a Black and African American. And shit. This is what this is talking about. This ain't talking about no other people outside of that. This is talking about you Israelites and Israelites only. See, but this scripture right here, Revelation 9, is going into you receiving salvation. It happened. This is a prophecy that's being told to you that salvation came to pass. See, we have to fulfill this now. See, well, this has to be fulfilled through us. The rest of the 12,000 of each tribe, that's us. It ain't talking about that we all gotta all gotta get together. We gotta see. You have idiots. You have some people that say, uh, I don't see. Look at the camps. Look at the camps that's out here teaching the truth. I don't see no 12,000 Reuben, no 12,000 Issachar, no 12,000 this and 12,000 that. Just stupid. Just stupid. Some of the 12,000 from each tribe is coming back with Yahushua. The 12,000 from each tribe is those that Yahweh picked to be of the hierarchy. And that ain't just in our time. It's of the past times too. Those are my people of the past and those of us now. Some of us done been reincarnated and some of us haven't. See? But it's all this stuff you got to understand. See? But let me go grab this though. Right? Let's go. Let me grab this. Because he said we ain't gotta go through the mark of the beast, and we ain't gotta wait till no WW3. So wait a minute. You gonna be redeemed, you gonna receive salvation before the MOTB come out? And you gonna also receive salvation before WW3 happen? Huh? Man, hey, let's get it. Revelations 3 and 10. And I just wanted to grab a few of these scriptures because these things came to head, so I want to get them. But it says what? But thou hast kept, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Means what? Because this time of those that endured it to the end. See, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. You will have IUIC say, and what did he say in 1 hour? Didn't he say that in 1 hour? That ain't what that's talking about. This is talking about when you're going to be tested, whether you go take the MOTB or not. See? Whether you go be eating abominable food when they try to feed you with things offered unto idols. See? Is you go pass the test. But it says what? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them. Try me, test them that dwell on the earth. See? But let's move on. Revelations. It says to try them that dwell on the earth. Let's grab this. Revelations 13. I'll start around 14. Right? And it says what? Man, let's go down. I started 15. And it says what? And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And what is the image of the beast talking about? It ain't talking about no damn painting. It's talking about the power of the image of the beast is to bring forth this thing, this instrument, which is the MOTB. This is the image of the beast. That the image of the beast should both speak. And what does it mean when it says should both speak? Meaning it shall come to pass. And it says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast. And what is the worshiping of the image of the beast? By you accepting it. See? Because what you do, when you accept it, you basically saying, I want these people to continue to rule over me. It's considered as a badge of servitude. Something that you're submitting to. That's what the word worship goes into. Something that you bow down and you will be willing to serve it, obey it. See, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. What is it talking about? The image of the beast. When you go to Revelation, it says what? That would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. When you go to Revelations 20. And it's going to tell you about those that was going to be killed. What did it say? Revelations. And this is going into what the image of the beast is. It ain't no painting. Revelations 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. He saw what? He saw us receive salvation, and you've been given the power. The crowns have been set upon your head. Right? But let me continue. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh. and which had not worshipped the beast. What was the worship of the beast? Neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahweh 1,000 years. Now, this is talking about you receiving. When you go into that word hendiatrous, because it says what? Which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. When you go into that word hendiatrous means something that's repeated twice or three or more times, but it all pertains to the same thing. See? So when you go back to Revelations, as a matter of fact, let me make that point. When you go back to Revelations, right? Revelations 13 and 16. And what it says. When it says what? Start at 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak in his cause, that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? So you coming down, and it says what? Let me jump to 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. It's talking about the same thing. Three different things we just mentioned right there. The number of his name, that's one. The name of the beast, that's two. And the mark, that's three. Three different things, right? Pertaining to the same thing. The number of his name and the name of the beast is synonymous for the chip, the MOTB. See, when you look at the word hendiatrous, it's gonna say these few things that was said. Matter of fact, let's just show it. Let's punch that up real quick. Hendiatrous. You see it right here. And it says what? Hendiatrous is a figure of speech used for emphasis in which three words are used to express one idea. You see that? Those three words or these three sayings that is mentioned to express one idea. So when it says to receive, it says two or more. What does it say? In which three words, meaning two or three or more words are used to express one idea. So when it says the name of the beast and the number of his name, it's just talking about the same thing. It's talking about the same thing. But let's get back to it. See? So it's talking about the same thing. It's talking about the one same thing that it's talking about, right? But I don't want to go through all of it, but I just wanted to hit these quick points just to show what it's talking about. But he said we ain't going to have to go through this. He said we're not going to have to go through. We ain't going to be around for the mark of the beast. Huh? What are you talking about? They already got that thing created right now. So what are you still here for? If you ain't going to have to wait till the MOTB come out, what are you still here for then? You on the brink of World War III right now. What are you still doing here? What are you still sitting here for? If we ain't gonna have to wait till the MOTB come out, well, they got it out. You still here because the other thing it has to come to pass. Meaning you have to be tested. Is you gonna receive it or not? See, World War III gotta happen. Then he said we ain't gonna be around for World War. We ain't gonna have to wait till World War III happen. Let's go into these scriptures right quick and let's show this real quick. Let me go over Revelation 17, right? And let's come down to the point. Just a few more and I'm going to end it off. Revelation 17, and I'm going to start at verse 14. It says what? These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. See? And this consists of those that's coming back with Yahweh Shah and those of us that be saved. Why? Because you passed the test. You remained faithful. Your fidelity was tested, and you remained steadfast with Yahweh Shema Shai. Verse 15. And he said unto me, man of Slakia, reading verse 14 is the point, right? And it says what? And these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. So wait a minute. Before you receive salvation, you got to be saved. This is why Yahweh said, I'm going to send forth the angels to gather the elect. When he do that, these heathens going to try to make war with him. Now, how they going to try to make war with him? During the time of World War III. Let's grab it. Revelations 19 and verse 19. What it says? And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse, meaning he came back in his chariot, and against his army, meaning what? The angels, Michael and all the rest of the angels that these devils going to try to fight at. They're going to try to shoot the chariots at. See? So what did he say there? I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Right? So when you go to 2nd Esdras, let's punch that up. When you go to 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, starting at verse 1, and it says what? And it came to pass after 7 days. This is what Ezra is seeing. He's seeing this vision. I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Now, when it says that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, what is it talking about? Let's grab a couple precepts real quick. Let's go to the book of Jude, right? 1 and around 14. It says what? And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints. To do what? To execute the judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. See, but what he coming to do? To execute the judgment. And he coming with what? Thousands of his saints, which is the angels that it's talking about. Our forebrothers. See? Those that's coming back with him. Let's get that other one. Psalms, verse 68. Right? Right here. Psalms 68. Let me see. 17. What it says, the chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai and the holy place. You see that? So, but let's go back to 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter. And what it says, starting at verse 3, and I beheld, and lo, that man went strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together what? A multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. What is this talking about? Those motherfuckers that's gonna be gathered for World War III, they gonna turn to fight against Yahweh Shai. Which it ain't gonna do nothing, they gonna be destroyed, but still, they gonna still turn to fight. They gonna be fighting against each other, and then they gonna turn to fight against him. So how is our deliverance going to come before World War III? How is our deliverance going to come before the chip? These things got to happen first before you can be redeemed. Even if you go be redeemed, if you one of the Israelites that's going to be redeemed, these things have to happen first. Continuing in verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they that were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. Meaning they did fight. And said what? And they was shooting their rockets. They was in their tanks shooting up. They shooting all kind of ordnance up there. See, that's why he says he gonna destroy them with the invented they little bullshit ass inventions. He gonna destroy their ass. Roughly paraphrasing. But what he said, verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his mouth he cast sparks of tempest. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. You see that? So they all gonna be destroyed over there. See, all those people that want to go to World War III, you want to help these Edomites fighting their battles and all this sort of stuff. Guess what? When you go over there, and if you're part of it, and this is talking about Jakes too, when you go over there, you are going to be destroyed. See? And during this time, guess what? You going to have individuals, they going to be over there fighting, they going to have that chip on them. They going to have that chip in their hand. You ain't going to battle without it. During this time, people is going to be chipped during this time. But let me jump down, though. Let's jump down to 25, right? 2 Corinthians 13 to 25. This is the meaning of the vision, whereas thou sawest a man coming up from the midst of the sea. The same is he whom Yahweh the highest had kept a great season, which by his own self shall deliver his creature. Meaning what? By him, the Israelites is going to be delivered. Right? So Yahweh shall have to return, but it's telling you when he's going to return in the midst of World War III. So that got to happen before you can be redeemed. And he what? And he shall order them that are left behind. Meaning what? This is the remnant. When it says them that are left behind, he's going to order the remnant. Right? But let's continue. And whereas thou sawest that out of his mouth there came as a blast of wind, and fire and storm, and that he neither held sword nor any instrument of war, but that the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. This is the interpretation, meaning this is the understanding of what you see. They gonna be destroyed. See? But let's jump down. Start at 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another, and an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. And what? But he shall stand upon Mount Zion, and Zion shall come, and shall be showed to all men. Now, during this time, he's going to send forth the angels to gather the elect from the four corners of the earth, right? And you're going to be taken up to Yahweh Shai. That they going to see the chariots. They going to see Yahweh Shai in the air in the big chariot. They going to try to fight against him. During this time, the elect is going to be gathered. Because you have to be redeemed before they shoot those nuclear ordinances. You have to be redeemed. Because if you're not redeemed, that means you're going to experience the second death, which is going to be by fire. See? So you got the elect got to be redeemed during this time. So when he says, and Zion shall come, meaning what? The Israelites is going to be shown. All the nations in the place of our captivity, all the nations going to see us receiving salvation. It's going to be during this time. See? You don't want to be down here when they start shooting these nukes everywhere. You don't want to be here. You want to hope like a motherfucker that you up in the chariot, bowing down in the presence of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. See? But let me continue, though, to get to the point. Second Esdras 13 and 36. And Zion shall come and be shown to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. And it says what? And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest. You see that? Which was destroyed. Those wicked inventions is those rockets, those bullets, those guns that they gonna use to try to fight against Yahweh Shah. They fighter jets and all that shit. All of it's gonna be destroyed. All of it. And them too. See? So these things gotta happen before your ass can be redeemed and saved. You ain't gonna be saved before that. See, and I ain't even want this to be that long, but hey, it is what it is. I just had to go into these few things and show, hey man, the brother was correct when he said pertaining to the great multitude. That's the 1/3 of our people that was saved. But you have to understand, that's talking about us received salvation. Not before that. We received salvation. Revelation 7:9 is talking about when we received salvation, when the Israelites were saved. Not before that. See? In order for that to happen, you had to be tested pertaining to the chip and all kinds of stuff. Oh, matter of fact, let me grab this. Let me grab this. Revelation 14, right? 9 and 10. What did it say? And the third angel followed, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with what? Fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Who is Yahweh Shah coming back with? Ain't he coming back with our brothers? Yes, he is coming back to them because they're part of the 144,000. They're part of that 12,000 from each tribe. See? But any of our people that receive that MOTB, guess what? You are going to receive the judgment. You're not going to be saved. So what happened? This have to happen first. Before you receive salvation, you have to be tested with this. Is you going to be a worshiper of Yahweh Shah Shah, or you going to be a worshiper of these damn devils? See? So you will have to be tested with this. See? And if you receive it, you're going to be slayed in the presence of Yahweh Shah and in the angels. See? He ain't going to send forth the angels to gather you, because you're going to be left. See? And you can go into these scriptures and it will be hours. Shit, I be sitting back watching some brothers that do lessons like the brother but not the Zakbai. He'd do going to a lesson. Sometimes he be 2 hours. You know, the brother I'm on the body, he'd go into some lessons. It'd be an hour and a half, 2 hours. Shit, it'll be hours. You'll be listening to this truth come out for hours, man, to get to understand it. It just go on and on and on and on. It just go on and on and on. But individuals wicked when you sitting back thinking that you ain't gonna be tested, man. We gonna be tried. You gotta be tried. See? All the time we ain't gonna be around to go through. We have to wait on the MOTB. You ain't gonna be around for to wait on WW3. Are you out of your damn mind? Revelation said what? 3 and 10 said we are going to be. You're gonna be tried, man. That our temptation is gonna come upon you to what? To test your fidelity towards Yahweh Shemiah Shah. See if you go transgress the ways of the Most High. His instructions told you right here. This is his instructions. Don't get it. Don't take it. This is instructions. So any of our people that do take it, you basically send it. Because his commandment is, no, you Israelites, you worship me. Don't receive nothing. Don't receive that badge of servitude from these devils. Because that's all it is. It's just a badge of servitude. Matter of fact, damn, well, I ain't gonna get it. I think that's when you go into that, it's that stigma. See, going into that Revelations 13 and verse 18 goes into that stigma, which basically goes into a badge of servitude. Who you choose to serve is who you worship. So if you receive the mark when Yahweh Shem Yahushua told you don't receive it, you choosing who you going to worship. So man, we ain't gonna be redeemed before that. We gonna be redeemed after these things. Tell y'all people, something else, man, something else. But hey, it's the Shabbat, and I just wanted to. Well, I still got about a few hours or so. But I just wanted to bring out something, you know. But I'll let that suffice. I won't bore. I want to keep going. I want to keep going for another hour. But I'll let that suffice, man. I'll let that suffice. Because, you know, like the elders would say, you know, our people got a short attention span. You know, and a lot of them, they just looking for entertainment anyway. You know, you might not have something to do with your time, so you just go waste time and you be looking for something to entertain you. While you being idle. But I'm going to let that suffice, though. All praises go to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Raha, Ha, Kodash. And double honor to the elders and apostles of men of great millstone, and to the rest of the brethren on down that's teaching and preaching the true doctrine of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom, Mashpachah. Oh, matter of fact, when he said that we ain't gonna go through no tribulation, matter of fact, hey, you're gonna have to be tried. You're gonna have to be tested like it says in Revelations 3 and 10, the hour of temptation. You're gonna have to be tested. The time of tribulation, you're gonna have to be tested. Matter of fact, let me grab this one too and read this one too. Just Slakia. It just came back into my head, so I might as well read it anyway. Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. Right? Second Esdras, man, it's a bunch of them I want to read. I'm going to go into that Second Esdras, the 6th chapter and everything. But let's grab this. Second Esdras 6 and 16 and around 68. And what it says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. Now, what is these things that they're going to feed you with things being idle, offered unto idols? What things do these damn devils offer unto idols? Swine flesh. So they're going to try to feed you Israelites with that swine flesh. And guess what? This is also a part of you being tested, your fidelity being tested. Because what did he say in Isaiah 66 and 17? That any of our people that be eating swine flesh, your ass getting put down. You ain't going to receive no salvation. You are going to be destroyed. See? So this is a part of your test also. Not only just receiving the chip, not only you doing these other things, this is also a part of the test. And what it says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under the foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. For they shall waste and take away their goods, and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. You see that? So he said you're going to be tried as gold in the fire. You see? You got to be tested. See, your fidelity got to be tested, man. Let's grab a couple more. That Isaiah. Where you at, baby? Isaiah 48. And what is that? 48 and 10. Con. And what it says right here? Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. So we gonna have to be tried, man. We gonna have to be tried. Got to be tried. Your fidelity got to be tested. See, but let's grab this one. Sirach 2 and verse 5, and what it says. I'll start at 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So we gonna have to be tested, man. We gonna have to be tested. And that hour of temptation, that's gonna be part of your test. See? That's gonna be a part of the test. Is you gonna remain faithful unto Yahweh, even unto death, or you gonna receive it? So we gotta wait before we be redeemed. We gotta wait to the chip. We gotta be tested by that, and we gotta wait till World War III start. You ain't gonna be redeemed before those happen. And I'm ending it off there. Shalom.